The book of Genesis is the first book of the Bible. It tells the story of the beginning of the world and the beginning of God's people. Chapters 24 and 25 of Genesis tell us about Isaac, the son of Abraham, and Rebekah, Isaac's wife. These chapters are important because they show how God continued his promise to Abraham through Isaac and his family. These chapters are full of adventure, romance, and family drama. They teach us about God's plan for his people and the importance of faith and family. We will follow the journey of Isaac and Rebekah as they meet, marry, and start their family. We will see how their choices, guided by God, shape the future of their descendants. In Genesis 24, Abraham is an old man. He wants to find a wife for his son Isaac. He doesn't want Isaac to marry a Canaanite woman. Abraham sends his most trusted servant on a very important mission. This servant must travel to Abraham's homeland to find a wife for Isaac. The servant travels a long distance to the city of Nahor. He stops at a well outside the city. He prays to God for help in finding the right woman. He asks for a sign. The servant decides that the woman who offers him and his camels water will be the one God has chosen. Rebekah, a young woman, arrives at the well. She is beautiful and kind. Rebekah draws water for the servant and his camels. The servant is amazed. He believes God has answered his prayer. He gives Rebekah gifts and asks about her family. Rebekah's family welcomes the servant. They learn that he works for Abraham, their relative. The servant tells them about Abraham's request for a wife for Isaac. Rebekah's family agrees that she should go back with the servant to marry Isaac. Rebekah faces a big decision. Should she leave her family and travel to a faraway land to marry a man she has never met? Rebekah shows great faith and courage. She trusts God's plan and agrees to go with the servant. The servant is overjoyed and thanks God for his guidance. Rebekah and the servant, along with her nurse, travel back to Canaan. Isaac is out in the field when he sees Rebekah approaching. He immediately falls in love with her. They marry, and Isaac finds comfort in Rebekah after the death of his mother Sarah. Section 5. A new home, a new family. Rebekah and Isaac's story is one of love and faith. They face challenges, but their faith in God helps them overcome these difficulties. Rebekah, like her mother-in-law Sarah, is a strong and faithful woman. For many years Rebekah is unable to have children. Isaac prays for his wife and God answers his prayer. Rebekah becomes pregnant. This is a time of great joy for Isaac and Rebekah, but their happiness is soon mixed with worry. Rebekah's pregnancy is difficult. She feels the baby struggling inside her. She cries out to God, asking why she is experiencing such pain. Section 6. Twins and troubles. God speaks to Rebekah and tells her that she will have twins. He also says that the older son will serve the younger. This is unusual because in those times, the firstborn son usually received the biggest blessing and became the leader of the family. Rebekah gives birth to twin boys. The firstborn is named Esau, and the second is named Jacob. Esau is a skillful hunter while Jacob prefers to stay at home. The two brothers are very different, and their rivalry grows over time. Section 7. The significance of the birthright. The birthright was very important in ancient Israelite culture. The firstborn son inherited a double portion of the family's wealth and property. He also became the head of the family after his father died. The birthright, therefore, carried both material and spiritual significance. Isaac favors Esau because he enjoys eating the wild game that Esau brings home. Rebekah favors Jacob, who is quiet and thoughtful. This difference in preference sets the stage for conflict within the family. Section 8. A mother's deception. One day, Esau comes home famished from hunting. He sees Jacob cooking a pot of stew and begs for some. Jacob agrees to give Esau some stew, but only if Esau agrees to trade his birthright for it. Esau, desperate for food and not thinking clearly, agrees to the deal. Later, when Isaac is old and close to death, he decides to give Esau his blessing. Rebekah overhears this and hatches a plan to trick Isaac into giving the blessing to Jacob instead. She remembers God's promise that the younger son would be greater than the older. Section 9. Lessons in Faith and Family. The story of Isaac and Rebekah is a complex one, filled with both joy and sorrow, love and deception. It teaches us about the importance of faith in God, even when things are difficult. It also shows how family relationships can be both a blessing and a challenge. The story of Isaac and Rebekah reminds us that God keeps his promises, even if it takes time and unfolds in unexpected ways. It encourages us to reflect on the importance of family, forgiveness, and the choices we make in life. These are timeless lessons that continue to resonate with readers today.